Okay. Let's. Okay. Okay, I can hear myself. Excellent. Let's. Okay, I'm using OBS this time, so I have to make sure I'm not getting feedback here. Bear with me. Let's see. I'm going to. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to get copyright struck for that. I'm not going to listen to that. You know what? I don't care. We'll have that on quietly in the back. If that's like annoying, let me know. Let's grab the link here to share it. Okay. All right. I'm opening my laptop here so I can read the chat and everything. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay. That's not bad. Okay. Talking to myself. Let's pop out the chat here. I won't tell anyone that's your real name. Okay. If the music's distracting, let me know. Or if YouTube decides to like shut me down or something. Let me shut my door. And oh boy. There. That's true, I don't. Okay. Um I am in Discord if anyone actually there's only a few people watching right now, right? Let's see. 7 viewers. Hooray! Okay. Still figuring this out. Oh man, it's way better than it was a few days ago. It's just like this is quote clean. Isn't I have like space to actually do stuff. All right. Usually I'm like on top of it, everything. All right. So I've kind of fixed the camera a bit here. Let me try zooming in a bit. Let me pull up the camera settings here. You don't need to see my legs. Is that? Look at that. I did some investigating. I actually can use my camera, correct? Yes. The gloves, they make everything better. I don't burn myself as much. Okay. Let's see here. All right, so where we left off last, we got it to the power LEDs were working. So let's just show that off again. Oh, okay. So switch on. Boom. Okay, red. So if we change the voltage, get out of here. All right, so right now it's 2.25 volts. If we drop it down to 2.1, 2.2, 2.11, 2.10, there we go. Okay, so 2.1 volts, it starts flashing. That means, you know, very low battery. And it goes up 100 millivolts, yep, to 2.2, it stops blinking. And then the red LED limit is 2.3 volts. Yep, there you go, green, boom. Okay, this focus is a lot better. There, look at that. Awesome. All right. We will lower the voltage. Just to show it off again. Okay, red. And blinking red. Hooray. Okay, so that's all well and good. Yes, late stream because now my kids are in bed and my wife is in bed because she had a long day. So I can do this for a few hours. I mean, I was going to be doing this anyway, so if I have to leave for some reason, it's because a child is crying. However, I think we should be okay. We had a movie night tonight, and we watched Ace Ventura, and I forgot that at the end of that movie, it gets a little transphobic. So that was fun. Forgot about that. I haven't watched it since like the 90s, literally, so. Anyway. Soriacio, I don't know what that means. Yeah. I'm hoping the second one is not as bad. I don't remember the second one being terrible, so although I didn't remember the first one being that bad either, so I think maybe when I was a kid I just like didn't understand the plot. Cuz in my head I was like I remember there's a part where he thinks one of the like the one woman is a man, but then he's proven wrong or something. And then I realized, like, as we're watching it, like, oh, that was more than just a gag. That was like that was a bad dated joke. So anyway, let's see. Aha! If you look up bucket mouse, like in search, like on Google, it's just a lot of like traps to kill mice. It's great. Okay, so I'm following along. Ooh, did the description update? I don't know if the description carried over from last time. Although I don't know if people actually like really looked at it a whole lot. But I had links to everything I was working with. Let's see here. Ugh, I don't know how to do this. Where's the description? You know what? Do I care? I don't think I care. I don't care. If someone wants the link to the GitHub, they can find it themselves. Okay, so I'm on step 6. Step 6 is the LCD connector. And it's literally just solder this on now because it's going to get a lot harder after this step. And I should have looked for this before it started. But oh well. I think I only have like one left. And I really don't want to use one that's already been soldered, because that's a real pain. Okay, not in here. I did go ahead and remove the cart connector earlier during nap time, when the kids had nap time, so I don't have to do that on stream, which is nice because that is not fun. Okay. Found him. Oh man, first Austin Powers. I think I want to say the only Austin Powers movie I've seen is Goldmember, and that was again back in the 90s, like, or whenever it came out. I don't know if that was the 90s one or the early 2000s, but I used to have sleepovers in the summer with my friend down the street, and we would just watch, like, he had cable TV, so we would just watch movies on cable. And they always had, like, you know, one of those classic, like they'd have Ace Ventura or they'd have Austin Powers. So we would watch those until like 3 in the morning. Oh, Goldmember's the worst one? That's funny. Yeah, when I was watching the Ace Ventura, I was like, you ever get that moment where you're like, why do I say the things I say? You know, like, why are these turns of phrases I have? Where did I pick this up from? And then you watch a movie that you haven't seen in a long time, and you're like, oh, that's why I say that. I've forgotten that, like, I say, I do the really thing with my kids a lot. And I never really thought about why I say that. And then I watched this, you know, Ace Ventura, and I'm like, oh, right. That's what it's from. Okay, is my head in? Oh, you can see my head now that I've mounted the camera up. Oh, no. How embarrassing. That's fine. Nap time in our house is nap time for the baby, and then for the boys, for the older ones, it's Nintendo Switch time. And it's usually like an hour, hour and a half. Okay. I'm gonna tack this down. This is a great part to start the stream on because the LCD connector is famously the easiest part to put on. And I definitely won't look like a fool. Let's just tack it down. No! Someone tell Natalie I'm streaming. Because she was saying I got my oldest to play Pokemon for a bit, but he likes Minecraft. Oh geez. Hold on. The cat just walked in and opened my door. Get out of here. Alright. You know, I just at everybody on Discord. I don't care anymore. I'm important enough that you shouldn't care if I tag you. Do you even know who I am? Alright. So the anchors are down. Now it's time to just fill this in. You know what I could do? If I'm worried about my head in the frame, I'm not going to do it right now, but like I could angle the camera. Oh well. They're plus 13 hours, I think, from EST, right? So it's probably like noon-ish, noon 30, or 1:30 maybe. I will say, like, it's hard for me right now not to just want to like do this. Just shove my face into it while I'm soldering, so maybe I'll pick up good soldering techniques now that I'm not shoving my face in it, because I'm worried about stream quality here. Who knows? I don't know how Jack does this with putting down solder on the pins first, because like I like the connector to lay flat against the pads. I don't understand. Kudos to him though. This way is fine. These connectors don't drag solder very well, unfortunately. Like I always feel like I'm gonna bend the pins as I'm doing it. So I kind of do the whole parallel sweep. Like I can do a little bit, but they do not drag as well as I would like them to. Yeah, I've tried using solder paste with these connectors, and like it goes. Ugh, cat, stop opening the door. Um, it's not bad. Like it goes okay, but I just end up getting a bunch of bridges anyway. Like I don't have a stencil for this, especially. If I had a stencil, it might be better, but like this in the CPU, like I'm gonna hot plate the CPU, but that's only because there's a ton of parts around it that I don't feel like hand soldering anyway. So like at this point in building this, you can use a hot plate on this side to put this on. Like I purposely did that so that you could, like the part order, which is why I'm saying put it on now, because after this step, more of those parts are going to be in the way, and then you can't use a hot plate. So like, it's an option. Paste and prayer. Yeah, I got this. I got a stubborn bridge right now because I put too much solder on it, and I don't want to use braid because I always feel like that screws things up more than helps. But also, I ran out of copper braid this afternoon because I was trying to take that cart connector off. Oh my God, Cat, decide if you're going to be in this room or not. Are you staying in here? What are you doing? Alright. You can't come up here because then you're going to get solder fumes on you, and can't hurt my baby. Can't have my baby smelling these fumes. Yeah, I'm worried about the flux in the connector. But it must be done. Alright, let's try to sweep it off. Let's just do some good old dragging. The problem with these connectors too is that like the pins go up, like, because they're top contact, right? So the pins kind of go up and over. So then you can get solder stuck to the pins like vertically, and that's another pain in the ass to take care of. And you don't immediately see it all the time because you're not looking at it. Which I think I might have some in here actually right now. So that's why I'm kind of like, you know, sweeping down here, because I'm trying to get the solder off of the top of the pins. Ugh. Alright, you know what? Let's try to just a little bit. This is so used. Okay. I picked a bit off. Let's just flux and pray. Well, I definitely moved that around. Okay, I think I got it out. Alright, let's just go over it one last time. If I have to go back to it, I will. The other nice thing is I set this up. This is a change from the first revision, but that's why this, you can see this big empty spot right here. There was a resistor here. Oh, right between here. And that resistor goes on like early. I already put it on actually. But I moved it so that if you mess up the connector, it's a lot easier to drag solder when you don't have parts in the way. So at this point, like the next step is put the CPU on, and then you can test the screen. You don't need these parts for the screen. You need them for like sleep mode, I think. One of them sleep mode. There's a bridge here. Did I get it? I think I got it. Oh, there's another one. Dang it. Although I think that's on a pin that's not actually connected to anything, so it's probably okay, but I'm going to do my due diligence here. It's going all right. I had a good rally yesterday, and I got to a restaurant today with my fam. So, pretty good weekend so far. How about you? Let's see. Yeah. Is that gonna focus? Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Hopefully. Is it? I don't know if it is. I mean, does it have more pins? I don't know if it does. Does it? I guess it does. All right. I think at this point, I think I'm gonna clean this out before I go any farther. Let's just be proactive here. What's harder about it? Is it? I mean, it's the same kind of package, isn't it? I have these. I got these on Amazon like years ago. They're just nail polish pad removers. Oh, I didn't know the pin pitch is smaller. That does sound annoying. Yeah, no, I don't think the pin pitch is any smaller on. I mean, maybe it is. Anyway, these are nice. I just fold them in quarters, and then it's kind of like a stiff Q-tip type material that doesn't leave any threads. Just super nice. I won't be the one to find out if it's going to be harder or not, because I don't. I do have one SP CPU in my parts bin, but it's been there for. That was like when I made the DMGC, but I was doing it before making a custom circuit board for it, and I took a Game Boy Advance SP and cut it up and stuffed it in the DMG case, and it worked, but it was disgusting, and there was some problems with the power delivery circuit, and I took it apart and just started over with a Game Boy Color instead. But like that board is all cut up, and like it's still usable. It's just like gross. So I have thought like maybe I should make something that uses this CPU. But then the other part of me is like, you're gonna spend all this time and money to save one CPU, and you're never gonna buy another SP ever again anyway. So why bother? All right, I think I got most of the flux out. Oh my God, cat! Stop it! What? All right. Okay, I think that's good. And now step. Oh wait, there is R67. Where is R67? Right there. Okay. R67 is. I think that's a display resistor. What does it do? R67. That is the VSHD pull-up. That is 100K. I don't remember what the VSHD is. I don't remember what it stands for. I think it has to do with sleep mode, but I don't even think it's really important for IPS screens. But it's on there just in case. I should say aftermarket screen, since I have an ITA screen now to try. And it's not IPS. I'm going to try, that's what I'm going to try here tonight, is the ITA screen. Ugh, that's solder. That doesn't look pretty. Let's cheat with some flux. Yep, I got the ITA in the mail. Actually, I got the screen in before I got the boards. I was actually surprised because I ordered the screen and it got delivered in like 3 days from RGRS, and usually they take like a week. You know, like everyone always complains how long they take to ship, but I got it in a few days this time. I got lucky. So hopefully it works. Hello, Squiggly Pants. I'm excited too, because this is all I've been doing since January. Very excited to get my life back. All right, CPU time, baby. And okay, so because I was a smarty pants, you can use a hot plate for most of these parts because there's no parts over here that you have to put on yet. Wait, you moved? I thought you were in the south. Isn't RGRS back up in Rhode Island? These gloves are actually like they're pretty good. Like I can still feel my hands and stuff. Like I don't feel constricted. The only reason I'm not worried about ingesting lead or anything because when I don't wear gloves, I'm just like very conscious about what I'm touching. But the reason I'm wearing gloves is because I can just take them off to go type something or use my mouse or something instead of having to like use my palm or something. I mean, yeah. And also, if I touch the hot plate, it doesn't hurt immediately. Oh, you're in Rhode Island now? I didn't know that. Or maybe I did and I just forgot. I'm really bad with keeping up on. I'm bad at remembering where people live. Okay. Is C17? No. Oh, I don't need EM3 yet. Oh well. I'll put it on. Okay, I forgot. I'm a bad friend. I only remember stupid information, like part numbers. Who needs to remember a whole ass part number? Okay. Oh, I was supposed to put on R29 and C30 already. My bad. It's fine. Not important. Our R29 and C30 are for the reset signal. And since I don't have a CPU on, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's Gross. It's a good thing this resolution. I mean, it's better the resolution than it was the last stream I did, but it's still not good enough to really see too much detail. Cause man, if you could see exactly what I'm doing here, I'd be so embarrassed. All right, which RAM package is this? Okay, Cat has decided to sit next to me in the cat chair and stop walking in and out of the door. Alright, it is the longer RAM. I can tell I'm going to have a lot of bridges to fix here. But that's okay. Alright, I think that's... Oh, I guess I need the crystal too. Can't forget the crystal. And these parts as well. There we go. I don't stream. I'm not a streamer. I could buy one if I wanted to, but I ain't doing that. Alright. What parts do I need here? It's a lot of capacitors. EM7, is EM7 in there? I think it's in there. Yes, okay. Alright, R29 is 18K. R29. Boom. R49. I'll do that later. R41 is 2.2K. Where is my 2.2Ks? There it is. Where is our... Wait a minute. Oh. Did I say R41, not R49? R41 is... Oh, that's annoying. Right here. Game Boy camera. I do have a Game Boy camera. I was planning on doing that whole Game Boy camera mod, but I never got around to it. 1.5 meg. Where is that? There it is. That is R1. Go. What's C3? C3 27p? 27 puffs? 27 puffs. And C4 is 33 puffs. I have 4 33 picofarad capacitors left. I should buy 500 more. Alright, C47, 45, 52, 53. Those are probably all 1 and 0.1 mics. 45, 47, 52, 53. Yes, okay. Man, I kind of want to drink a beer. But I don't know if I should do that. on there. How concerned am I the copies? I mean, I don't know. It's kind of quiet, right? Did they copyright strike them like while I'm streaming? I don't know. I can change it. I've been listening to a lot of Gorillaz lately. I'll change it. Hold on. I know what I can listen to that won't get me copyright struck is Insane in the Rain music. They do video game covers, or at least they used to do video game covers. And he has said that he doesn't mind if people use his music for stuff. So let's put this on. All right. I'm not drinking bourbon. I'm not a big bourbon guy. I go to a, well, oh, that's loud. Hold on. All right. If the music gets too loud, let me know and I'll change it. I'm kind of just guessing. I go to a bourbon fest every year in southern Ohio. Well, northern Ohio. And I only go because my friend's dad runs it. And he it's like an excuse to go down to visit. But you always get like a bottle of bourbon at the end. And so I have like 4 bottles of bourbon that I've never opened in my basement. That's a lie. I took one to my in-laws last year for Christmas. And it was a big hit. Okay, C49 and C5. That's 0.1 and 1. Oh, yeah, okay, so Cincinnati, I don't know how close they are to Louisville. I was in a city called, or a town called Worcester. It's north of Columbus, but it's the South. It's kind of crazy, very rural. But I've been to Cincinnati like 2 or 3 times. Cincinnati, as we call it up here. It's I went to a Hofbrauhaus there in college. Actually, so my wife went to school at Miami University, which is not in Florida. It's Miami of Ohio. And it's like an hour away from Cincinnati. And so we went to Cincinnati with our college friends, and I think I was like 21. Like I had just started drinking, but I didn't like beer at the time. So going to Hofbrauhaus and drinking beer, I was like, great, I got to drink beer. But Hofbrauhaus beer is really good. And it was great. It was a good time. All of her roommates and their boyfriends got full pints, and I got a half pint, and they were like, "Oh, you're just having a half pint? What a wuss!" And then I had to save face, be like, "Oh no, I'm getting a half pint because I'm going to get a half pint of every flavor, like every kind of beer, because they have 4 flavors that they offer." So I had to drink 2 pints of beer, and it was a lot. All right. I think that's most of the caps. C34, C50. That is 0.1 and 1. You looked up. Yeah, it's Worcester. Everyone says Worcester. And if you're from around here, you're like, oh, We know that you're not from around here. If you say Wooster. There's a lot of towns in Ohio like that. I live in Cuyahoga County. And it's spelled Cuyahoga. And some people say Cuyahoga, because they don't know. There's a what is the city? I think it's not Cairo. There's a Cairo, Ohio, I think, but it's not Cairo. It's something else. But it's like it's got the same name as a capital in another country, and it's pronounced the exact wrong way. I wish I could think of it. Oh yes, American Indian. A lot of words around here are derived from that. R36. Where is that? I think that's it's 270. We finally changed our baseball team's name from the Indians to the Guardians, which isn't bad. I personally would have liked the Spiders. Wait, what? What county is from Parks and Rec? Where is C48? C48. Where are you? Oh, C48 and C16. Another 1 and 0.1 pair. I put a bunch of decoupling caps on the power lines because I was like, okay, you're gonna laugh or sneer or whatever, but I was like, okay, I have the opportunity to put a bunch of decoupling caps on here to try to clean the power as best as I can, just in case. I could probably remove a lot of them. But you know what? Doesn't hurt. I just yeeted that cap. I do not know where that cap went. I will assume it is gone. You know what? I should advertise this on my Bluesky. I'm doing that right now. Assembling AGBM on stream. Boom. Bum. Okay. EM3 and EM7 are the only two passives left. And those are in a bag somewhere. Ooh, someone has joined. Who has joined my voice chat?
You know, if you wanted to do a stream on your own, you could have at least made sure that the voice chat was locked out.
It is Fenris. No, I wanted a voice chat open if people want to come in here. I hope that's not too loud. I'm gonna put you down a bit because that was loud for me. Everyone, welcome Fenris.
What up?
Not much. How's it going?
Well, I just got done watching some Kamen Rider, and I was gonna get back to filming. Then I saw that you were streaming and saw that you were in a voice call, so I figured that I would crash the stream.
All right. Feel free. Someone crashed it yesterday, but they didn't have their voice on, so they didn't end up saying anything. Which EM is this?
So I'm guessing you're working on your advanced Game Boy Advance motherboard.
Yes, the advanced one. Enhanced. It's enhanced.
No, it's advanced squared.
That would be very confusing.
Well, so is the Switch too, but you don't see anyone complaining about that now, do you?
They have a whole advertising budget so they can get the word out. I have SEO, and that's it. Alright, I found the EMs. The EM filters. Do you have the YouTube channel? Do you have the YouTube stream open?
I peeked into it just a little bit just to see what was going on.
Oh.
And then
yeah. It's just mostly views of my desk and me occasionally putting things on a board.
Makes sense.
I was already going to be doing this anyway, so I felt, why not just turn the camera on? Alright, EM3, boom, okay. And now the RAM. Now it's a podcast. I'm a podcaster. I've been invited to 3 podcasts. I did not go on any of them, but one was.
I know you.
I don't want to say I'm not above it, and I don't think I would do terrible, but I don't know. My sister had a podcast for a while. She was doing murder mysteries, like a murder mystery podcast, and she asked me to come on to talk about aliens or something. She's like, you should come on and talk about aliens sometimes. I was like, yeah, sure, sometime, and then never did. She actually had like 10,000 subscribers or something. Like, she was kind of big.
Decently sized.
Yeah.
But no. There's one podcast that I'm gonna be appearing in June. I've already appeared there. Appeared in it before, but I'm actually working on the show hosts NES right now.
That's cool. All right. Oh. Okay. Yes. No Joe Rogan for me. Nope. If I'd go on Joe Rogan, I'd just yell at him. Yes. So this is my headset. Can you see it? Yeah. Okay. This is awkward. Yeah. So. Okay. I'm gonna start talking. I won't have my headphones on, so I won't be able to hear if you're saying anything, Fenris. But okay. Oh, I have to talk into the mic. Yes. So these headphones cost me like $100 or something, and they're really nice. But my head is really big. I have a very big head. Because I'm tall. I'm a big guy, and it's enough that like it stretches out it's the maximum extension it can be, and so it kind of stresses it, and so it cracked the plastic. And I'm like, I don't want to buy another set of headphones for $100. These are only like 2 years old. So I just zip tied them and then taped them, and it works.
I mean, I bought my normal headphones from Goodwill for like, I think $10, and they're really nice headphones. It's just that the cord that it came in was shot. So what I did is I removed the cord and then turned it into a modular headset.
Alright, I'm trying to zoom in here. Is it gonna zoom? Why isn't it zooming? Zoom in.
You have to press the zoom button.
Oh, it says it's limited. Okay. Well, I guess you won't be able to see the solder melt. Yeah, so I'm using for the bomb, I'm using DigiKey right now because the main converter for this board is out of stock on Mouser. So I just started using DigiKey.
I mean, most people use DigiKey.
I used Mouser mostly before because Mouser had the parts I needed back then. So it's like, well, now it's DigiKey. Now DigiKey is the one that has the parts I need. So. Oh, wait, I forgot the crystal. Crap. Okay.
You could just put that on last.
I can, but like, I have solder paste down for it. All right.
Solder paste.
I will find it here. I don't think it came in an ESD bag. I think they just come in regular bags.
You know what's probably one of my biggest pet peeves?
What's that?
Like, you ever like watch those short repair content videos, whatever, where it's like, oh, we're gonna patch up a missing trace, or we're gonna patch up a missing via, and every time they use solder paste, and then they hit it with an iron, and I'm like, brother, all you did when doing that was you spread the microscopic solder balls throughout the entirety of the board. If you don't clean that bitch out thoroughly, then you're gonna cause a short. This is what regular wire solder is for. Like, if you're going solder paste is when you assemble something, not when you're trying to do basic trace patching.
I would not use solder paste for that. I did not see. I don't watch. I honestly don't watch a lot of YouTube outside of like the very long form content stuff. So, like, I don't think I've ever watched. I've watched a short like maybe once or twice, and now that does not entice me to watch it anymore.
I mainly watch them just to kind of kill time at work.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's always like, oh, this is gonna be for repairing a trace or repairing a damaged via. Which some of the techniques they use for via repair, I will admit, pretty decent. I just have never had success in replicating it. Like, what they'll do is they will apply solder, then they'll attach the replacement via, and it's like this weird sheet of like different sized. I guess it's supposed to be like for trace. It's for like contact repair or something like that. And what they'll do is they'll solder it. They will solder it down. And to ensure that it stays in place, they will use UV cure resin, then scrape off the top layer in order to expose it. Great idea. I have never had success doing that.
Sorry, I'm concentrating on flipping these tombstoning parts around.
This is why you use a hot plate.
That's what I'm doing.
This is why you use a hot plate within a hot plate.
Crap. That's annoying. There's parts on the other side of this board. I forgot. I can't do the RAM with solder paste as I would want to, but that's okay.
I'm debating if I want to get a hot plate just so that way I can build some Neo buffs, but then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, I mean, the only components that are on Neo buffs, which for context, Neo buffs are are integrated circuits that are specifically for certain revisions of the Neo Geo MVS.
Yeah.
And they're a common failure point, but someone had basically reverse engineered them and made replacements for them.
Mhm.
And all they are is like these small boards with like 2 or 3 I don't know how to describe them. I guess they're like they're supposed to be like gates or something like that.
I guess
And
buffer
I thought,
Neo makes it sound like it's buffering the signal, right?
yeah, yeah. Which, given how simple the circuitry is, I was like, oh, I can assemble it myself, and it should be pretty cheap. Just get a pack of 3 from Oshpark, and then just grab the parts from DigiKey. And then I started thinking about it more, and I'm like, wouldn't it just be if it's literally just a couple of buffer gates? Wouldn't it make more sense to just offload all that work to DigiKey, or not DigiKey, JLC?
Yeah.
Because I would most likely be getting my boards from them in packs of 10. And if it's literally just 3 small parts, why not just have them do it? It's lazy, sure, but at the same time, it's not like building an entire Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance board where it's like I would probably be better off building it myself.
I'm always worried about doing like full builds like that,
Yeah,
with
but if it's like, but if it's like 2 or 3 parts, I just don't see the reason why I would do that myself if like the people I'm going to be buying my boards from can also do it.
That reminds me. Hold on a second. Ugh. Okay, this will be for stream people. But I got a package today. It is a little breakout boards, or a little adapter boards. Let me. Oshpark, yeah.
That reminds me. I still got to get around to ordering and testing those 29 F160 to UVEP ROM
Oh yeah.
boards, because the only reason why I haven't is because the application that I'm going to be using for them, it's going to get really fucking expensive really fast.
Mm. Okay, check this out, stream. Can you guess what this does? Theoretically, this little board. Let me see if I can find.
Can play 32X games.
Yes, this tiny little board that is meant for a Game Boy. Let's see. I've got. Here we go. I'll use this thing. Is it? Yes. So, this is the Game Boy Advance board. It goes right here. If it works, it sits right there. And yeah, it's an audio cleaner in theory. So that's gonna be something I'd be testing at some point.
Please
If
tell
it
me
goes well.
it's not like please tell me it's not like one of those flex cables that have like a bunch of filter caps on it.
No. It is. It will be a flex cable, but it's not just a bunch of filter caps. It's an actual smart way of fixing the audio.
And for the audience at home, no, I can't see the stream. He doesn't have his camera duplicated over to the Discord chat.
I guess I could do that, couldn't I?
Could, but kind of too late at this point.
See, I'm not a streamer. I don't think of these things. All right. You know what? I'm yeeting this cap off. I don't like it right now. It's just gonna go away. I'll deal with you later. Get off. Okay.
But yeah, my initial plan was I was going to build 8, 9, 10, 11. I was going to build 12 of them. 12 of those boards with the 20 with a 27C322 configuration.
Mhm.
So yeah, you can kind of guess as to what I mean by it gets really expensive very fast.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, those flash ICs are like $6 a piece.
They might be now. At the time, I think they were only like 4.
Yeah, $6 a piece, and to which I gotta get 12 of them. So that's gonna be 66.72. And yes, I know that DigiKey does bulk discounts, but I don't think they do bulk discount. They don't do bulk discounts at 10 of them. And
Well,
even then, they only just shave off a few. Even if they did, they only shave off a few cents.
as far as like, well, I don't know if they do a discount for like the actual assembly discount, but like for parts, if you do turnkey, I don't think they do any kind of discounts.
Yeah. So
I've only done assembly with them like once in the past few years, though.
So I would have to order the boards, which ordering the boards through Oshpark, that would just be completely pointless and at that quantity. I would most likely be going through JLC or PCBWay, one of those two.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to order all the flash modules, which is going to be the most expensive part. And then I have to order what's it called? There's a second IC that's supposed to interface between both flash modules. I guess it's supposed to be like a bank switcher.
The 74HC139.
Yes, that.
Yes.
I was about to say you designed the board.
I remember part numbers. That's my gift.
Then I think that I think you also put that I had to add like a capacitor or something to it too.
Yeah, I mean for good for good measure, you know, to be a good boy, you should be putting them on. So people on stream, I've got everything here soldered. I'm just going over the CPU and the RAM to clean up the bridges. And then after that, I should be able to plug a screen in and see if it works. Anyway. Yeah, I'm soldering the CPU on now, and this is where boys become men, as they say. And this giant solder bridge is great. Everyone enjoying the music? Okay. Oh, someone asked earlier what my drink of choice was. I'm a beer guy. I'm an IPA kind of guy. I'm insufferable. I like skunk beer. It's delicious. I did have one earlier today, but kind of feeling another TBH. But not right now. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking real nice. Oh no. Why isn't my camera focused? Why didn't anyone
Because
tell
you're not
me?
focused.
There we
The
go.
camera's not focused because you're not focused.
No, I was too focused that I didn't notice it was unfocused.
Is it that's the case, or is it because you are actually so unfocused that that your camera responds with it?
My head hurts. All right. Anyway. See, I had to check something on my computer, so I could just pull my glove off and go, you know, not worry about getting lead all over my keyboard. Anyway.
You know, I always hear people talk about like, oh, you got to be careful with soldering because you can inhale lead fumes, which is funny because lead can't actually become vapor through solder.
Yeah, it's not like a couple thousand degrees or something, right? I mean, the fumes aren't good for you, but it's not because of the lead.
Yeah, what people are mistaking as lead fumes is actually flux fumes
Yeah.
because most solder, actually most good solder, has flux in it.
Yes.
It's just
I've used unfluxed solder before. It is not fun.
I still have to use flux even with flux solder, but that's because
Oh yeah.
typically the rolls that get sent to me, they have like manufacturing dates of like fucking 2016. So it's like the flux in it's like well expired.
I use a lot of flux. Why not? Make my life easier, you know?
Okay, so while you're working on something, I'm gonna work on something too. Although I could multitask. So what I'm doing right now is I have a bootleg copy of Real Bout Fatal Fury, and I just exposed a fuckload of traces because I had to clear some oxidation off the board. And before I coat them, I need to make sure that the traces are good.
Fun.
I think this one's fine.
DT, we're not all as cool as you are. Okay.
Yeah, that one's fine.
I think we're good. Let's see. This is gonna screw up the focus again, right?
Yeah, but who cares?
Look at that. Beautiful. Alright. I think it's good. It looks good. I got some scraped solder mask, but it's not bad. It's not too bad. Oh boy, okay. Oh, another person has joined. Who is it? I will check my computer. It is. Oh, hey, it's DT.
2 minutes before I go to bed, but.
Hello. I don't know if I've heard your voice before.
Probably not. I don't know.
Ah, another person. Look at this. It's a party.
Hello.
Hello, White.
True.
Oh man, so popular.
So I just noticed something about this bootleg copy of Real Bout Fatal Fury Special.
Yeah.
So first of all the traces are good, so I can patch it up. But second of all, there's like there's no 0.1 microfarad caps for any of the ICs on this board.
Yeah, some of the You should look at the design of the Game Boy Game Shark. It is disgusting. It's like
I think I have.
it's like square traces everywhere. It's so gross.
Well, I think I have one of those. No, it's not a Game Shark, right? It's what's the name?
Or the Game Genie.
Let me look it up.
I'm gonna see if I have any 0.1 microfarad caps hiding around here somewhere. I might have some of the through-hole ceramics. I don't like leaving these chips without. I mean, the board works, yes, but at the same time, I don't like having ICs that don't have any sort of. I don't think they're decoupling caps.
If they're 0.1, then
The term.
they're decoupling.
Are they decoupling?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't like the fact that these ICs don't have decoupling caps.
All right. Okay.
Oh, I just found the cartridge. It's actually an action replay that I have with
Action
Square.
replay. That's right.
It looks really weird.
Yeah. I remember seeing that and just being like, "Oh man, someone used the auto router on that." Like, ugh. All right. I think.
Quick
Screen test.
clarification. 100 nanofarads is 0.1 microfarad, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. Because
I
have a
taught my
baggie here.
I taught my son what a picosecond was. Because he kept asking, what's shorter than a millisecond? Oh, a microsecond. What's shorter than a microsecond? Oh, a nanosecond. Kept going and told him picoseconds are like the smallest. Because past that, it's like, string theory, theoretical, whatever. But now he just always says, if something's really fast, he's like, Daddy, I did this in 1 picosecond. It's like, good job, nerd. You did it.
Even though that's actually impossible.
It's a funny kid. Well, while I'm cleaning up this flux, I might as well clean up the rest of this flux.
Yeah,
That'd be
about
like
the
saying that.
Oh, go ahead.
That would be. That'd be like saying that you can accomplish something in a single nanosecond.
Yeah, kids are all about the superlatives. I hate cleaning up flux so much.
But you gotta do it.
Yeah.
I put a picture of the board on the voice chat channel.
Oh, I will check it out. Oh, we're actually using the channel. Yes, that's it. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Like, psychic damage. Looking at that.
With those sweet hassle contacts.
Yeah. Although I like to post the one picture of the early Famicom games used hassle on their contacts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I didn't know about it until someone pointed it out in like the NesDev server or something a while ago. Not a lot of games. The only one I know off the top of my head is Popeye. But
it's the black box games that did.
yeah.
What I usually do for scenarios like that, like when the contacts are like hella eroded, I'll clean them to the best of my ability, and then just apply new solder to them, and then flatten it out.
No,
It's
don't
effectively
do
the same
that.
thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but it leaches under the cartridge connector though.
No, but he means on the cartridge that are already hassle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're putting a hassle one in there anyway, but
Like hassle plating is literally just solder plating.
yeah, I know. All right.
So I do that if like the contacts are like hella eroded away, so it's like I can at least expose the copper so I can break down the corrosion, which will end up exposing the copper underneath. So at that point, it's like I might as well just go over it with the go over it with some fresh solder.
All right. This is okay. We're doing the test. This is just the IPS screen. I didn't put the because I have the IPS screen handy. I'll go get the ITA screen after this. But I know the IPS screen works, so I will.
Does it work?
It's supposed to work.
Are you sure it works?
We'll find out. All right.
You confidently say it works.
I should probably bump up the current here. Not that high.
I'm currently in your head bucket.
I know it's like my online name, but anytime I like see someone call me Bucket, it's still kind of like, why are you calling me that? Like, oh right, that's my internet name.
Well, just like everyone calls me Fenris.
Yeah.
Very few people call me by my real name.
Okay. Well, let's double check here. Oh, Natalie is not responding. I thought she'd want to be here for this momentous moment. It's fine. It's
Probably
fine.
busy doing something.
I get it. I get it.
She's probably
too busy.
operating in Australian time right now.
All right. Here we
It's
go.
like lunchtime, right?
Yeah, it should be around lunchtime for her. Although I feel like her sleep schedule is off. It always
It's
seems
probably
like
fucked
she's.
like ours.
Yeah. Oh, mine's not
I
fucked.
don't
I got
see what you
kids.
mean.
So.
I should probably get to bed soon anyway. It's late.
Oh yeah, White, you're up at like 3 in the morning, right?
It is currently 5:34.
Oh jeez. All right. Well, here I go. I'm turning it on. Ah!
Explode.
Hooray! I think the purple is just the color on the IPS kit.
Oh, you're stuck in. Oh wait, of course you don't have the card slot.
Yeah, so I started, well, okay, so I made this on purpose because, oh yeah, I guess the light's kind of, there, it's Game Boy
that
Color
switch-
mode.
With the switch?
Oh, there, okay, yep, it is, the color palette, it's just the touch thing that's screwing up the color palette. But yeah, so the switch in the cart connector does control that, but there's the pin on the CPU that controls it. Like it's pulled up, and when you put the card in, it like pulls it to ground to detect it. But I made this test. I made like the test sequence. I made it test Game Boy Color mode first because, aha, there we go. Now it is. That was good. Okay, so if you test Game Boy Color mode, and I can't remember if it's like the RAM or the CPU. I wrote it down somewhere, but if one of the parts isn't soldered in correctly, then it won't show up as a problem in Game Boy Advance mode, but it will show up as a problem in Game Boy Color mode. I think it's the RAM. If you have it in Game Boy Advance mode, and the external RAM isn't soldered in correctly, the GBA will still boot up, and it'll look like it's booting normally, and you won't be able to tell something's wrong until you try to put a game in. But with Game Boy Color mode, you'll be able to tell because the splash screen won't come up correctly. So I have it. Step 6B is the GBC mode test, screen test. And then the very next step is put this one part on, and that forces it to GBA mode. And then test GBA mode next. So that way, it's just letting you catch some problems.
That's good
You know.
info actually.
Yeah. Yeah, because when I was trying to test it the first time, I was like, why is Game Boy Advance mode working, but Game Boy Color mode's not working? And turns out it was the RAM.
I've had a weird one with Natalie's Loco board, and so everything was testing all right. Games were playing, and then whenever I was closing the shell and just wanting to play an actual game, which was at the time Pokemon Crystal, I was not even getting like a white screen. It was just a black screen and nothing happened.
Huh.
And to this day, I cannot tell why, but all I can say is whenever it's a game that probably passed a certain amount of memory, the console will just not boot.
That's interesting.
I had a weird RAM issue on my last build. I had to just replace the RAM and it ended up working fine.
I remember.
I mean, it's probably the RAM in my case, but like faulty RAM or whatever. Like maybe there is a sector that is bad or something like that. I don't have any other idea why.
Yeah.
Source RAM for Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance?
Game Boy Color, yes. Game Boy Advance, no. I mean, not.
There was a stock at some point, I believe.
Oh, was there? I found a
Maybe
part.
Maybe it was a new old stock. I'm not sure.
I found a part that is almost pin for pin compatible, but it's in a larger package.
So you would have to adapt it to work.
I was going to make it. There's like one pin you have to tie to ground or something. That on an original board it's not tied to ground. So I was gonna put pads on this new board for it, but I didn't realize it was a larger package. So when I tried to put it on, it didn't fit. And then I was going through, and like I could probably fix the design to accommodate the larger package, but I was kind of like, I don't feel like doing that. Like,
was it like just larger in terms of width?
Yeah,
and,
it was like
the same and everything.
Yeah, it's same pitch. The only difference is that it was like, I wonder if I still have it around here. I think I do. Yeah. Let me. I'll pull up this. Oh my god.
The original board had 2 different pitches available anyway, right?
It did, but this is a third wider. Oh my gosh. This is so annoying. I don't know if you can. Okay. Got it. Here.
What's happening?
Oh. I'm trying to get the board
up. Ties together.
Yeah, they're
okay.
Stuck.
It's not on purpose. Okay.
Here. Okay, so this is. Where is the RAM? This is the RAM. Okay. So this is the new RAM. And you can see it's like just a bit larger. See?
Yeah.
So
that's like barely.
I know, and it sucks because right here, so like on this C8 capacitor, on this capacitor right here, the shell sits like right up against this capacitor for the display. So like I don't know if I put this RAM in, I'd probably have to shove it off to the side a bit, like to the left. But
move it to the left, yeah.
Yeah, but all of these traces from the CPU to the RAM are like at a weird angle already and really tight. So like, it was just gonna be such an annoying redesign.
Well, probably just don't redesign it, but maybe have like an optional flex that you could.
Could you?
Sandwich in between.
You know what?
I could it 90 degrees and just.
Yeah, I guess I probably could. I mean, that would. I could do that, but that would also make routing annoying too. Yeah. It would solve the case problem, but it wouldn't solve the annoying routing problem. I don't know.
But the flex could go on the left side between the CPU and the RAM, right?
Oh yeah, if I had a flex, yeah, if there was a flex board for it, I could. Also, GBA mode is working. Hooray! Look at that. Cool.
But does DMG mode work?
GBC mode, DMG mode, kind of. All right. Cool. Excellent.
Hooray!
I'm gonna head out and go to sleep, but I will watch some of this later or in the morning or something.
You're a better man than I am. I'll probably be up for another like hour and a half because I hate my body and I want it to suffer.
I'm currently stuffing capacitors.
Okay. Audio time. Ooh, this is what I've been waiting for. I want to hear that nice Nice audio.
I love how I'm just improving a bootleg of a game that I already have the legit copy of.
Okay. The annoying
But to be
thing.
fair,
Oh wait, no, I was gonna do the TFT test. That's right. Do
I
that
was about
first.
to say, but maybe you didn't install the variable resistor.
I
don't know.
didn't do that yet. No, I gotta do that.
Right.
Okay.
but to be fair on my end though,
I gotta find it now.
I actually wanted to. I didn't have the time yet, but I wanted to make a test for you. I have like a bunch of boards, and I have a few TFT screens, and I wanted to see if I can just use a fixed resistor
Oh
and
yeah.
have it, be spot on every revision and every board units, because maybe it would be better to just have that rotting wires.
Yeah. I thought about that. I think if they're so, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really. I know people say, oh, like I was looking through some of the criticisms of the TFT board, and it's like adjust the VR pot to make the lines go away or whatever, like the white lines and stuff. So I didn't know if people were gonna want to be able to fiddle with it.
Right.
Also,
Yeah,
I don't know what
to this day I'm. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know what the default value is set to on the actual Game Boy boards. So.
To this day, I'm not sure if it's different per viewer or if it's different per board or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I know someone on the MGGC Discord says that he or she has the issues with the lines and. But I never had that. Like I do have the thing where it's not set up properly, but once I hit the good spot, it's flawless to me. So I'm just wondering if my own refresh rate, so to say, does something with it.
Yeah.
I think the only time I've ever had line issues with a handheld build was whenever I would do the old school 101 screen in a GBA. Like those can be a little dicey.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same technology-ish with the ITA, because it's DS screen, right?
Yeah, it's a DSi screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Which happens to have the exact resolution and operate the exact refresh rate that a Game Boy Advance can.
Match made in heaven.
The only thing is, like, people are like, ew, but it's not like the OLED screens. Brother, I don't give a shit about your OLED screens. Those OLED screens are gonna burn the fuck out in like 2 or 3 years.
I am slightly concerned that the ITA screen may be getting the yellowing that we see on some DS, but to this day I'd never seen one yet. So, yeah.
I've seen reports of it. I've just never experienced it myself. Like, I've had hundreds of DS consoles pass my hands. Not once have I had one with yellowed screens. I've had some with broken screens, yes, but not yellowed screens.
Really? No DS with yellow screen in your hands?
Not once.
Oh, I have 2 sitting right here, and I've just like 3 DS in the house.
Like I said, I've had broken screens, like cracked, or whited out, or nothing at all. But I've never had one with a yellowed screen. Although I do hear there is like a kind of fix for them, and I think you're basically just blasting the hell out of the pixels.
R26.
At some point, I was wondering if it was just the digitizer that was yellowing, or I'm not sure. Never tried.
I don't think it's a digitizer. I just think that that some of those ITA displays just start decaying.
Chris Dingus says he has 20 yellowed screens.
Then I must be the lucky one.
I'm a fake fan. I don't really have that many consoles like at all. The consoles I have are ones that I like mess around with.
Oh my fucking God.
I'm a fake modder. Okay. R26 is... Oh, goodbye, Fenris. Wonder if you meant to leave. Okay. Alright. The parts are in for the screen. Now, I gotta grab the screen. Ugh. I will say, when I was trying to put the boards in the shell for the high-speed IDO or high-speed IDO or whatever shells that come with that IPS screen, it didn't feel like it was closing correctly. Like it felt like I was crushing something, even though I wasn't. I tried like an original, actual Game Boy Advance circuit board, so it feels like the tolerances are off on the molding, which is disappointing.
Hmm.
All right.
Do we have any map of the like the available space in the shell?
I eyeballed it mostly. I don't have any official measurements. What I did, so like when I was making the open GPA from Red Herring's like original files, he had board scans of where all the parts were, and so I tried to just put my parts where the old parts were, so I wouldn't have to worry about it as much.
Mm. I'm asking because I was looking into making a little mod for the GBA, and that would be an extra board, and I don't know where I can populate.
Yeah.
I can use available space, and it's really cramped. Like at some point, I wanted to try on the power switch side, and this is quite a no-go because of the caps.
Yeah. Yeah, there's posts all over the place.
Yeah.
And especially on the front, the screen, and I think it was like keep dust out of the screen, but like it has like a like basically a shield that sits down on top of the board, and it mostly follows the silk screen. So like this green area, the border of it is where like the plastic sits down, so you can kind of see, like I was talking about the RAM, like the silk screen's right outside that cap right there. So like I was kind of going off of that. I think like over here on this side, oh man, my camera's not focusing anymore. There's some room here for stuff. That's where I put all the button controls that I added.
Right.
But yeah, I kind of just eyeballed it, honestly.
I mean, the day I eventually get serious about making the mod, I'll probably like just take a shell and blast it with foaming spray and make a mold of the inside.
All right, I've never done this kind of connector. Oh jeez.
You're not on the right side. What are you?
Oh, is it? I don't know.
I'm always struggling to visualize, but it feels not quite right,
Is it top? Is it it's a bottom connector, or a top connector?
I always have to double check that. So I don't want to mislead you here, but if it feels weird.
Well, I'll try it. It felt like it was going in okay. If it's the wrong side, it's not going to hurt anything anyway.
No, it's just you're not going to be able to flip the screen, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually, you are. I'll let you do your thing.
It feels okay. We'll see. I think that's right. Is that gonna short? No, that's not gonna short anything. Okay. Now this is with the pot not set at all, so it might look weird. Or just not turn on. Maybe it's in the wrong way. That wouldn't happen. I mean, the pot's set incorrectly. That wouldn't prevent it from turning on, right?
No.
I'll try flipping that over.
I'm putting a picture on the channel, just in case.
Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, looks like I have the ribbon upside down.
Right.
Well, that's good news.
Wait.
I will say, gloves do make this part a little bit more...
I expect it would.
a little harder. Hopefully that's in all the way. Let's take this tape off. You know what? I'm going to keep the tape on. Okay.
Do probably get a piece of paper because I believe this kit has a tendency to be shorting.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Let's see. Where's some paper I could use? You know what? I'll use some of these cards I have up here. Some old thank you cards that I used to put in orders that has my old website on them.
Oh god, I've never seen those. Well, we are really stranded away over here in Europe, so I guess we'll never see those.
I'm hoping it gets easier. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too cautious about not selling to Europe, but like, it's a headache that I just don't want to deal with, you know?
Shipping is already a roadblock.
Yeah. Aha! Look at that. I can't tell. Since there's not really a game in, I can't tell if it's scrolling or anything. Like the lines are. It kind of looks a little wonky.
Yeah, the camera is just coming up with all white almost.
Yeah. That's.
But I mean, you have the thing turning on.
Yep.
And I can see the Game of logo.
Oh.
That's good news.
My power lead's shorted. That wasn't a Game Boy problem, that was a me problem. Well, awesome. I'll have to wait till it's like I got a game in it or something to tell for the pot setting, I think, but this is good. It looks nice. I like how
it's my preferred screen of all.
All right. Well, now it's time for the audio. I'll just put this. Oh, geez.
So the flex you showed right before, it's Like it's what you got, what you discovered building this one, right?
This thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully it just sits. There's 2 resistors, R30 and R31 right here. And so if you take them out, this isn't a flex, this is just like a regular board, so I don't know. I have the option of putting it here, or I can grab the signals on this amp. I've never made a flex board like this before.
Can you put the board forward a little bit? That's nice.
Yeah. So I don't know how hard it's going to be to actually solder like onto these resistors. Or the resistor pads rather. So I have to make some decisions about it. But
I'm not sure if there is not a board revision change on yours. I have a few boards here. Let me look it up. That says 02. Oh no, that's fine.
I was thinking about ordering some, if it works, like if it makes the audio better on my test, and since it's not a flex, I'm just gonna be soldering wires to it. But if it ends up working, then I was gonna try to order just like a small run of flex boards from JLC to see if it'll fit and it'll solder on nicely. But the problem is those resistors are the only contact points for the audio signals, so it's like annoying.
There's the option of maybe you'll tell me, but maybe there's the option of going straight through the CPU.
It could do that. The only problem is
it's on the other side.
It's on the other side of the board, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's got the one side has to connect to the CPU pins, and the other side has to connect to the amp. Yeah. And so if I was gonna go off the CPU, then like I still gotta get to the other side somehow. At least here, like it's the 2 right sides of these 2 resistors that connect to the CPU. And unfortunately,
30, 31?
Yeah, 30 and 31, yeah. Unfortunately, there's not any test points on the same side either. The test points are on the other side of the board. So it's kind of a crapshoot, but if it fits...
What do you find difficult about using those? I don't quite understand.
Oh, the resistors? It's just that it needs to... I need to grab both sides of the resistor. It's like you need to take the resistor off, and the flex board has to get both sides of both resistors. So it's a really small,
but still break the continuity?
Yeah, it's got to go in series.
I get it. So it's your in and out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So if you see this down here, like those are the 2 resistors basically that sit between those 2 sets of holes. Or sets of
that's
castellations.
A bit challenging.
Yeah, so it's tight. So I don't know if it's gonna be like it's gonna be really easy to bridge with solder. So,
And I'm looking at my sanded board right now. Could you just not get straight to the amp, like get your in on the resistor and get to the amp afterwards?
That's another option. Yeah, I could do that.
There's
but you still got to get like half of them
on the way. Ish.
It's an option. Yeah. I want to see if it works in the first place, but
I think it will work with a flex. At least it will work. With a normal board, it's gonna be harder.
Yeah. Oh no, I meant I want to see if the actual technique works. Like if the
okay.
Cleaning works. Quote cleaning. And then I gotta figure out some kind of snarky name for it,
Audio enhanced.
True clean audio, or true power cleaner, right? Okay. Audio, this is all of these parts. This is a pain. But once all these parts are on, it's not that big of a deal. After that, there's like not many parts left.
You guys were talking about all the wires with rosin cord just earlier.
Oh yeah.
I actually would like to find one that has no rosin, because in some cases with external flux, depending on what you do, some rosin can harden a little bit more than the flux that you bring.
Oh yeah.
And if you bring enough flux, I don't really see the point of having the rosin.
Mm-hmm. For a long time, I didn't use flux because I didn't want to spend money. It's like, I got the solder anyway, what do I need flux for? And then I started using it, and I was like, oh, that's why.
I also had the issue at some point. I was not modding a lot at the beginning, I was just learning. And at some point, everything I was doing was just not doing well. And it took me quite a long time to realize that my flux had gone bad.
I remember learning how to do QFN, or not QFN, TSOP parts, just on it was the 29F033s, because I'd use them for Super Nintendo games, but I remember trying to solder each pin individually. Like, I brought it into work and just used a really thin point, like soldering iron, and would just poke each pin individually. Because I didn't know how to. I know what drag soldering was back then. It was just so painful. I'm like, how can anyone do this by hand? Oh man, okay. Ugh. Man, it is midnight. I am getting tired, but I need to get this audio before I go to bed. That's what I've decided.
I'm gonna ask you the question, because I'm asking this question to everyone doing soldering these days. I'm looking for a very specific piece of helping hand. I'm looking for blue tack that would resist heat.
Is that blue tack to resist heat? Is like to stick on a chip to pull it off while you're desoldering?
No, to
hold it in place?
have it not move around. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I don't know of any, unfortunately. I thought about it for removing parts before, because I think I saw a video of someone using just tweezers with like blue, sticky tack or whatever, and just pulling a piece off that was getting desoldered. I was like, oh, that looks really nice. Okay, C25 is one mic. C29 is also one mic. R50. 100K.
Oh, I don't try to use the actual blue tack. You're gonna have a bad time. I tried.
Oh, really? It just melts all over the place?
It melts, and it oozes some oil, and it's a mess.
Oh. R51 is 7.5K. These values are all over the place because it's the audio filter. It's like very specific values. And it's a pain. R42, where is that? All the way over there. What the heck is it doing over there? I'm hoping I can get a recording of this audio tonight. C32.
When you make the recording, do you use the volume potentiometer, or do you use a fixed value?
I usually just max out the volume with a pot. But yeah, this one I have new. You can buy them new from DigiKey. So I'm not worried about them being like dirty or anything. When I did the power cleaner tests, I did hardwire it to remove that
Take it out
variable.
of the equation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still really proud of those, and I'm only slightly salty that it didn't get a lot of attention because I put like hours of work into that.
Which one?
Just all the power cleaner tests, like the audio recordings I did.
Oh, I mean, I think we already listened to it on the Rain server. I remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, I remember we had I don't remember which one it was, but you talked about. It's not on your project, maybe. I think it's on an emulator or something like that. Someone had changed. There was a recording that was sounding harsher, and the other one that was like smoother. And I actually preferred the harsher one.
Oh yeah.
Because the smoother one was sounding a little bit like it was recorded from behind the door, you know?
Yeah, that was the Metroid recordings. Yeah, I think that was an emulator. I think like interlacing or something, or interleaving.
Like that,
yeah, something. $56.55. Both one mic. Okay.
Oh, by the way, I caved in because of your previous stream, but I finally bought the power supply thing, the Miniware.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just jealous, honestly. It was always sitting on the top of the screen. I was like, I should have that. Why not me?
It's really nice, honestly. I don't regret it.
Do you know if, like, let's say you have two supply modules, and can you daisy chain those? Well, not daisy chain, but like, can you control multiple supplies with the screen?
I don't know.
Could be nice,
I'm not
like
sure.
for some device that uses multiple voltages.
I'm still not even sure I'm using it to its fullest potential. Like, I'm sure there's other features of it that I just haven't like figured out yet.
HDR has like a tower of power with it. I could probably let you know some tips.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think I got it as a prize for one of the summer modding contests. It's like I didn't even buy it.
Oh, so I'm curious now. Do you have the 905 supply module or the 906? I don't know if it's written on the front. Don't bother if not.
It is 905.
Right. So they don't make this one anymore. It's collector. Rare.
Yeah. R47. Where is that? 20K. $46 is 100K. C28, that's what it is. I covered up the number with solder paste. Ugh, my back hurts. Just hunched over. C54.
Sometimes I wonder if like the standing desks could be useful to solder. Like you could bring the work up to not eye level but shoulder level maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
I have, well, I don't have one at, a lot of people at my work have them, but they don't use them for soldering.
Yeah, I was about to say, do they use it for soldering?
Yeah. Because that's mostly like set up in lab benches and stuff. So, I don't know. It could be nice. Although I do use like I lean on the table and stuff for leverage, to like steady myself. So I don't know if having it or like higher up would make it easier or harder.
I know there are some fancy modules from GBC to like get your forearm maintained at the level of your work.
Oh yeah.
So I'm guessing it should help a little bit. They probably wouldn't do the module if not.
Okay, R14. We're almost done. R56 is 20K. All right, passives are done. Oh wait, I'm gonna put a one mic there.
What's the last one? QFN?
No, we got the audio amp, which is an MSOP 10, and then this TSOP 16 and the SOT 23. So these parts are easy to solder in, honestly. Oh man, okay. This is not what I need. So much stuff. This is it. Okay, this is the non-inverting buffer. And oh, I also need the audio jack. That would be important.
It is so nice to finally have a board that won't use any like original power switch and original jack.
I am so happy about it.
It's honestly like, in of itself, it would already be a good thing.
I am still streaming. Is it not showing up? Someone on the chat says, "Are you still streaming?" Or are they saying, "You're still streaming?" Like, what? Yes, I'm still streaming. I'm not still streaming from yesterday. I started over. But yeah, because I found all those like all these new parts, I'm like, oh, I really should probably go back and, you know, do it on the other projects too. Because some people have found, like, I think someone found a replacement switch for the DMG, but it has a different footprint.
I saw that recently that someone, the Nelsonet board, I don't know which one. I think it was the Kamikane board that was reworked by someone. I'm not sure here, but I saw that like 1 or 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Probably something like that. And so yeah, well, if they just modified the board, it's not working with OEM. I do, however, found so it's not a switch like that you can just replace, but you can replace parts of the OEM switch if your switch is damaged.
Oh, really?
Which is already that. The thing is, it has it's a four stop switch, something like that.
Oh.
So it's a bit weird to use.
Yeah, I haven't, like, the original Switch is not like a it's not a very normal configuration, you know.
Well, when you remove it, you actually see they snapped off the legs.
Oh yeah.
And they just applied paste. You know, there's like there's like a blue paste. Wait a second, I'm gonna one.
Huh. That's funny. Ugh. I'm trying to find the op amp right now.
I probably have the picture on the Game Boy server still.
Hello, it's G Bresto. We are live.
Hello.
We're doing it live. I'm here. I'm just trying to find a part. I think this is it. Cool.
Found it. There we go. In your voice chat.
Oh, the bag's empty. No. I'll look at the
You
picture.
know what that means.
Oh,
You're gonna have to pull it off another board.
I don't want to do that. Oh, that's a lot of pins. I don't want to use my hot air. It's loud and my kids are sleeping. But I don't think I have any more, so I probably should. You know, I want to look through the box a bit more. That says quantity 1 on the bag. I know I bought more than just one. So maybe that was... Sometimes if you order a part and they have to use 2 different reels, they'll just put them in 2 separate bags.
I have yet to try the Binner part management service thing.
Oh yeah.
That would be a real improvement if I can set it up correctly and stuff.
I've just kind of given up and accepted my fate.
Accept the pain.
Yeah. I mean, I have boxes of parts like organized into different projects.
Exactly.
You know.
But then passive and stuff.
Yeah.
Still
Well,
the same?
I keep all the passives in just that passive box. So like.
Okay.
Other than like the EM filters. But even that's kind of overkill. I probably don't even need those in these designs. What are you looking at, Cat? What are you looking at? And a lot of these parts I don't even use anymore in these boxes. Like I used them at one point and then ended up taking them off or something. So like I have a box of just like extra parts and it's just full of things like that. Like maybe I'll use these one day and I never do. Is this it? Is this it? Nope. Damn it.
You know, at least you're saving those 0.44 cents and you don't have to order it.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Hot air time. That's annoying. Ow. Well. Oh, you know what? I think I need a hot air for the amp anyway. Man, did I really go through all of these already? Okay. Hopefully my kids don't wake up. I don't... it should be okay.
What do you do with the old boards that you have?
I throw them in my e-waste bin. Well, I harvest them for parts. And then once they don't have any parts left, I throw them in the bin for e-waste. I used to keep a lot more, and then I started getting more okay with just throwing stuff away. But for a long time,
Don't you keep like maybe one unpopulated board? I'm a little bit of a sentimental guy, so you know I
yeah,
like to keep progress of stuff. And oh yeah, I remember now. I had 3 revisions this year. I don't think it's really useful in any way, but it's just a memento.
yeah, I do have. I don't have for all of my boards. I think for MGBC, I have one of each somewhere in a box. But I purged a lot when I was cleaning my room like a year or two ago. I was doing like a deep clean, and I was just like, am I really gonna do anything with these? All right, hot. I'm gonna turn on this hot air. Might get loud. Well, it'll be loud for me anyway. Ooh, I gotta move this soldering iron. Okay. I don't think the camera's vibrating today because I have it mounted on a different shelf.
Yeah, no, it's not moving. Seems good.
This always takes longer than I expect, and I feel like I'm gonna burn something.
You might like there are some little metal cups that you can put above chips.
Yeah.
That just redirect the heat. It's like you were doing a shield with aluminum tape, but you can just move it around. It's really cool.
I've seen those. I had some at my old job.
They're cheap also. It's like €15 one.
Not bad. All right.
Just get something that's big enough, and like you get 1 or 2, and you're good to go for everything.
You know what? While I'm doing this, I might as well take off the filters for the link cable, because I don't know if I bought more of those. That was one thing I was kind of upset about, because like I have these filters and I couldn't find the specific ones that the Game Boy use. Have 2 channels filtered with a ground signal. So it's like a 3-channel common mode choke. And they're not like, you can't find a lot of them online.
Which one are we talking about?
On the EM1 and EM2 for the link cable.
It's on this CPU side, I guess. No. I got EM3.
It's on the back. It's the 6-leg one.
Oh yes, of course. Okay.
And I could only find like one good replacement, and like they're pretty available, but I always worry like single sourcing stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But I also don't know how necessary it is, because it's like it's for really high frequency, you know, signals, and how likely is that going to screw up link communication? Like they put it on there for a reason, but was the reason just like FCC compliance, or was it actually functional? And so I feel like I have to include it, you know.
Well, at the very least, you can reuse the one from the OEM, right?
They're different footprints is the problem.
Ah, I see.
All right. Done with hot air. I can use the hot plate for this one. So that's nice.
Once you're done with this test, do you still have things to build on the board?
After this, there is the there's the link cable stuff, and then there's the sleep mode electronics, which isn't much.
Okay.
And then mostly just like optional quality of life stuff that I added for like the I forgot the inverter. The like the not hotkeys, the button combinations for like doing a soft reset and stuff. Wait, where did I? Oh, they're over here. It's like the start, select L and up to reset, and I added. You could do start, select L and A or L and B, and that toggles. Supposed to be touch screen controls, but I found only the brightness works for some reason. The color doesn't. And I don't know if that's just that kit I have or what. But then I was thinking, like, what if someone wants to use that to control the GBA accelerator or something like that, or some other kind of mod, or like the Rumble mod, if the Rumble mod is something that can be controlled with a button. And so like I had to add extra circuitry to configure it for touch input or like button input, and it's just like I'm not looking forward to explaining it, you know, and the directions.
So there's so many only so many combos you can make, right?
Yeah.
The funny playing board actually has a crazy diagram on how to circulate the menu for the LEDs, the front LEDs.
Oh yeah.
And it's even worse because depending on the revision, it's not the same combo and not the same placement of sub-menus. And they really fucked up on this one.
That's really frustrating.
We actually had it easy with Game Boy Colors since we lost the well, not colors, but every well, no, wait, I'm confused right now. No, not colors. The MGBC and the MGC, because with the contrast wheel going away, was really going to give us some options to have the combos and stuff. But now,
right. I lament the lack of a nice configuration or a navigation wheel, you know?
Yeah. Actually, did you... Well, I was going to say, did you think about adding a wheel the same way? But there's not a lot of room. Because on the sides, there's the bumpers. Under, you got the USB-C that you already added.
Yeah.
The jack, the volume potentiometer, and from there you don't have a lot of room, right?
I was thinking about doing a digital audio control or digital volume control.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, okay. So you were in that discussion. I was.
Oh yeah, but go ahead.
So yeah, there is a chip. I think there's two different chips I found actually that lets you use a button input to adjust a potentiometer, and I think it's for volume, like it's specifically marketed as for volume control.
Okay.
And I wrote it down somewhere. I have to find them again. But like, you could do it, but the chip that I found, or the 2 chips that I found, were like kind of not really popular. You know, like not a lot of stock, kind of expensive, but it would let you do like if you changed the volume wheel to one of those navigation switches, you could use up and down, like for changing the volume. And then, but you could also use the push function for something at that point, you know. So I thought about doing that, but I didn't end up going through with it. Maybe it can be on a special edition or something. They have ideas for...
You do?
I have I don't want to say them out loud because then people will think I'm gonna do them. But like, I think I mentioned it in the server earlier today actually about like, oh, it'd be cool to have like a Pi powered one, you know.
And
like,
what?
Like a Raspberry Pi, like a RP2040 or something.
Okay.
You know? Something like how Natalie uses for her LEDs, but just like integrated into the board. But then I could, like, if you use that, you could route all of the buttons through there. So, like, if you had well, you could make your own display driver and stuff like Drew's doing. So you wouldn't have to worry about that. But you could also, like, make it so that you can disable button inputs to the actual Game Boy while you're doing screen stuff. Because, you know, like, if you're trying to do screen menus while you have the game running, then you start doing all these unintentional game inputs. And that's actually something I tried to do on the DMG-C when I first, like my very first design. I had a whole logic circuit for if you pressed in the navigation wheel or the navigation switch on the contrast wheel area, it would like disable input to the Game Boy. But it didn't end up working, and I didn't investigate too hard. I think nowadays, like I think I know what I did wrong. I think I was driving. It's hard to explain. I was overriding a button input basically when I should have just been kind of like basically OR gating it. But I gave up on it. But I kind of want to revisit it now.
Did you ever look up the Game Boy Micro solution for the sound input?
For the what input?
I don't. The sound, like the sound volume. Sorry.
Oh, with the buttons, yeah. I mean that's kind of like. That's kind of the idea of the chips that I found. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering because I don't know if it's integrated in the CPU or some sort. Because,
yeah.
You know, when you press the button, you got a beep.
I'd actually never owned a micro, so I don't know.
Well, it's simple. You have 2 buttons up and down, and when you push up or down, you got a beep. It's actually a little bit weird because the beep does not change depending on the sound level you are at.
Oh, really?
So even if you're at the very lowest, like at 0, you still have the beep at not full volume. I mean, well, the beep is always the same volume.
Yeah, that's funny.
So I don't know if it's, you know, from like a chip that's just a little bit dumb and just outputs the beep, or if it's integrated in a more clever chip.
And I am yawning. Okay. But we're almost done with the audio. Once the audio's done, I think I'm gonna get off for the night. But take a recording off stream while I have a beer before bed or something. Alright.
Down to the jack, the volume pot, and something else?
It's just the volume and the audio jack, I think.
Nice.
Oh, and I guess the speaker.
Speaker.
I'm
Well, are you not gonna record from the jack?
I will record from the jack, but I want to make
Yeah.
sure the speaker's working too before I go to bed. I am very happy that I found this volume wheel too. Like, it's not a drop-in replacement for regular Game Boys because there's like extra tabs, but you could trim the tabs off if you wanted to. They're mounting tabs. It's just kind of funny because like I never really thought to just look for the parts, you know, like I just assumed that they would have to be from like a store or something, you know, like a retro gaming store or something. And actually, I found a replacement speaker too. The only problem is it's a little thick, so it fits, but it's kind of like it just barely fits.
Well, I mean, don't Funny Playing has some speakers for the GBA?
Yeah, so I didn't worry too much about it. But it would be cool to just be like, yeah, here's all of the parts from DigiKey. You don't even have to go to another store for them. But
it's weird how the older the device is, the more custom parts there is. Like I'm not sure of what I'm gonna say, but like on the DS, there's way more off-the-shelf parts, and that are still available because they're like standards.
Really?
Yeah, well, the newer the more standard.
I didn't know that. I haven't looked at DSs at all. Oh, I guess I have to put these parts on the front. I guess I forgot. There's still some parts left for this. That's fine. I need some flux here. Where'd my flux go? Oh. Oh, man. Okay.
You mentioned like having a driver board, like making your own or integrating it on the board, on the main board. But let's say we are at the point where we can do that, which we kind of are now, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would probably just let Drew design it, and then I would just integrate it into the board or something.
Yeah, but if we had that, do you think we could still fit the parts on the main board?
Yeah, that's
because it's quite cramped already, right?
Yeah, I think if we dropped down to 0402s potentially, but yeah, that's I don't like soldering 0402s. Like I'm not very good at it, so I would not want to. That is the question. I don't know. R34.
And then you have the crazy mods, like you can make the CPU and the RAM QFNs, you know, with the chop. It is getting less and less friendly.
Yeah, definitely. People are probably going to complain about how tricky this one is. This makes DMGC look like a cakewalk.
You know, the DMGC is not so hard actually, but to me, the thing that is really a roadblock is the number of FCC connectors.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It is the main source of problems.
Yes. I also dislike it for that.
But it's how it was made, right?
Yeah,
The DMG board is really weird. The boards is really weird. Did you at some point experiment with like the screen and button board configuration, and to have just one screen connector and then passing like having a separate connector for the button? You know what I mean?
I did, but I was trying to keep common parts. Like I was trying not to have too many unique parts, and then also I wanted to have it so you could test the screen with the CPU board before you did the IPS board, just to make it easier to troubleshoot. Because like if you assemble the whole thing and you plug the screen in and the screen doesn't work, then it's like, okay, where's the problem? Is it on the IPS board? Is it on the CPU board? And if you could, you know, remove one of those variables, it would be helpful.
Well, it would remove the variable. Like if by design you only were plugging the screen straight to the CPU board, and then having a little connector to just pass the button combos.
I see what you mean. I mean the screen kit, I don't think the ribbon goes far enough for that.
I don't know.
I'd have to make my own ribbon cable at that point, but I'm not.
Yeah. Maybe it's not.
I'm not keen
the right
about doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Trade-offs.
Definitely. Okay. Oh man, I keep yawning. Are you just like waking up, or are you still awake?
Oh
from yesterday?
No, I'm still awake. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm a bit upside down. I was a little bit sick these past few days. It's almost time for a croissant.
Jealous. Our bread is just disgusting in comparison. Although I do get some nice Italian bread from a store nearby. It's at least a little bit more legit. I will say, when I went to visit Italy 10 years ago at this point, man, that's weird. All of the breakfasts were just like way better.
Where did you go?
We went to. We started in Venice, and then we went to Rome and Florence, and then we ended in Naples.
Nice.
And it was great. I'd love to go back one time. Never been to France before.
Huh.
I've only ever been to, like, I went to Europe one time, and that was go to Italy, so.
I'm really jealous about the like in the US you have so many conventions and stuff like that for retro.
That's true.
And
yeah.
Over here we have almost nothing. We do have a convention that's actually taking place at the moment. It's in Belgium. It's Pixel Days, and it's a place to sell retro games and trade stuff, basically. So we have that. But beside this one, I'm not aware of any modding or tinkering convention for retro and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know I don't know if you've seen that modder. He's a French guy. He made a portable Xbox 360.
I don't know if it's.
And I think he went to the US for a convention. He was invited, probably, and but beside that, I probably had no opportunity to go to a convention in Europe because there is none. I think.
That stinks.
It's a shame.
I've only gone to a few, and they're all around like where I live. Like I haven't gotten any really big ones. I want to. It's just childcare is.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out who can watch the kids.
Well, at some point they're gonna be able to come with you, right?
Yeah, I do bring my oldest to one of them, but it's not like there's two of them near my house, or like near where I live, in the city that I go to. One I like actually sell stuff at, but that's also the cheaper one-day event. The other one is more like expansive and lasts for the whole weekend. And
yeah.
I bring him to that one just to like walk around and look at stuff, but not to actually like sit at a booth. He's only 7, so like he'd get bored if I made him sit at a booth with me for a few days.
And do you make him play some of the Game Boys you make?
Yeah, he's played all of the ones I've made actually. He likes the Pocket Color the best. My middle child likes the DMGC, but that's because it's purple, and that's his favorite color. But when we went on vacation last year, and he played Tetris on the plane like the whole time on my Game Boy on the MGBC. It's nice. I'm glad
I don't know if
Tetris.
I'm gonna be able. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Well, if I have a kid one day, but I would like to offer him to play the same games I played when I was really young.
Yeah.
I remember the 3 main ones. I had a DMG, and I had Alleyway. So it's like a brick block, right?
I don't know if I know that one.
It's a Nintendo one, I believe, because if I remember correctly, it's Mario that's in the brick block thing, but we don't see him. We just see him on the cover. So I had Alleyway and Mario Land 2 and Mario Land 3, Wario Land, and it was amazing. Like
Yeah.
I had so many good memories of Wario Land.
I played a lot of Wario Land.
It's to me the 1 and 2 are the best.
Yeah.
The 3 is, I mean, it's cool. They had to bring some novelty in the game, right? I don't like it as much. And the 4 is cool also, but it's really like enhanced 3.
Yeah, I've got him. I tried to get him to play Pokemon, and he played that for a bit. But when he was playing it, he wasn't very good at reading yet. But now he reads like crazy. So like, I keep trying to get him to play it, but he's really into Minecraft right now. So anytime we have like designated game time for him, and he always picks Minecraft. He plays Mario Maker sometimes.
Minecraft, it really is an amazing game on so many levels. I can't believe this game is actually still on the top charts.
I know.
Where it's when did it came out? I was playing it. It was on the
2010,
on Java.
I think.
Minecraft.
I was playing it. I played it in the browser, like back when it was only
Yeah.
available in browser.
09.
09.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry, it's start of the project. It was released in 11.
Oh, really? 11. Okay. Yeah, he found it by himself too. Like I didn't show him Minecraft. He just came home one day. He's like, "Dad, do you have Minecraft?" And I was like, "Yeah. How do you know about Minecraft?" And one of his friends played it, I guess. So he hasn't asked about Roblox yet, though. But he saw me playing. Well, I was watching a video of a Mario Maker level or something, and he's like, "What's that?" It's like Mario Maker. He's like, "I want to do that." So he likes that.
Never tried it.
You haven't tried Mario Maker?
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
well,
great.
the thing is, my Nintendo experience was hacked. Axed, sorry. So I played all the Game Boys, and then the DS came out, the DS Tank,
Hmm.
and I was really excited about it. And I had the Metroid Hunter demo with the
Oh
console.
yeah.
And also, I bought the first game I bought was Spider-Man. You know, it was a flagship game of the console when it launched.
Hmm.
And I was really, really disappointed by both. Metroid Hunter was looking like shit. It was horrible. They were like, yeah, we really gotta push the 3D. 3D is real shit now. We have to have that on our console. No, it's really bad. And
Yeah.
I guess Spider-Man was good enough, but I don't know. I was not sold. And just because of that, I just stopped playing the Nintendo console for quite a while until the Switch.
Wow.
And I played some PC games instead.
That's funny. I never played Hunters until recently. When Metroid Prime 4 was announced, like
Uh,
as I was watching, I remember I was watching the trailer for it, and I knew some of the characters and stuff, like the villain, the other bounty hunter, Silex or whatever.
yeah, well,
When I
it's in Hunter.
he's in Hunters, but yeah,
Yeah, okay.
he's in a Prime 4, and so when I saw him in the trailer for Prime 4, I was like, wait, that's Silex. That means it's tied to Metroid Prime Hunters, which means Metroid Prime Hunters is probably going to shoot up in price soon. So I went
I
on.
see.
And during the trailer, I like paused it, and then I went and bought it on eBay before like I don't know if the prices actually ended up going up or not, but it was only like 20. I got it for $20, like
Yeah, no,
in
it's not
box
an
and
exclusive
everything.
one.
So
Yeah.
I started playing it, and like yeah, it was rough. And then I found a hack, um, or not a hack, a PC port that someone made, um,
Yeah.
and it made it like so you can play with a mouse and keyboard, and it made it way better, and it like enhanced the graphics.
Is it
And
not too easy because of that?
well, yeah, it is a lot easier, um, and also like I'm playing through it, I'm like, wow, like a lot of this is pretty repetitive too. Like a lot of the rooms are similar, and like the challenges and stuff. So
To this day, I have not played it, and I'm really like a hardcore fan of Metroid.
yeah,
And I'll probably so I didn't play Metroid Prime 4 because I'm waiting to have a Switch, to have a good reason to have a Switch
yeah,
too.
yeah.
And the day I'm close to buying it, I'll probably have to play a Hunter on an emulator or on the PC port.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't finished Hunters. I started Prime 4 and then I started doing this uh Game Boy
Oh, you
project.
didn't
So
finish Prime 4 right
I
now?
haven't finished it because in the middle of playing it, I was like, I gotta make a Game Boy
Ah,
now. So, great
it's
excuse.
gonna be the reward for the end of the project.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I got the audio, so let's. Uh-oh. It's maybe I just have to turn the volume up. I hope that's the problem. Nope. Well, what the heck? Ugh.
No volume?
No, it's not. It's just make a little clicky noise. Wonder if I put a part in backwards or something.
Clicky noise when you turn it on, or when it's running?
When I turn it on.
Okay.
Make sure the parts are in correctly. It might just be a solder bridge or something. Or that inverter is in backwards. So the new component is that inverter that's supposed to make the sound better. I'm gonna put this screen in just to see if it's booting.
Is this board gonna be OEM screen compatible?
No, because I don't have
Yeah. I wasn't sure.
voltage rails for the LCD. Hate doing these connectors. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's running. It's just not making sound. Well, oh geez, it's 1 o'clock. I will look at this tomorrow or something. I gotta go to bed.
Maybe try just with the headphone jack.
Oh, that's a good idea actually. Okay, let me find headphones.
Just in case.
Where did I put them? I have like a dedicated set of. I only have like one set of headphones that still have an audio jack. Okay. Real dedication, and then also just me not really looking at the clock. I guess explains why I'm so tired though, because bed by now. Oh, you know what? So the audio works in the headphones.
Okay.
I think this is the speaker that died, actually, or that's broken. I remember when I was first putting it together, like the first Game Boy I made, or the first AGBM that I made. The sound wasn't working, and it turned out to be the speaker that was dead. And I guess I probably just pulled it off of the. I guess I just didn't throw it out because
Well,
I
that's
had
good
a
news.
I had a bunch of I had a bunch of Game Boy Advances that I got off of J4U, and a lot of them were just like really badly damaged. And so I think that's just one of the speakers that was like probably waterlogged or something. So yeah, it's probably just a bad speaker because yep, the headphones working and it sounds great. I'm not gonna take a recording tonight. I'll take one tomorrow, but because I'm gonna
Now
go
you're
to
set
bed.
up to do it.
Yeah, now it's ready to go. So
Nice.
awesome. Well, that was a lot of progress.
That was a run.
This thing takes so long. I think I am gonna look into getting some boards like assembled because I think PCBWay offered like a sample or what, like the sponsored thing. So I might order some just to see how it goes. And then if it's not too expensive, I might just order some to sell, but we'll see.
I wonder.
just because it's double sided is the thing, so like it's gonna jack up the price a lot.
Yes.
All right, well,
Like just recently, I know someone ordered some TBC board, and I believe they ordered 5 or 10, and it was something in the realm of um, uh, I don't remember exactly, but maybe something between 65 or $80
each.
each.
That's not super bad,
It's not super bad. It's not
but
super good either.
yeah.
And
I
I
mean,
don't know what the BOM of your board cost. Also.
yeah, I haven't calculated it because I haven't made one of those carts yet.
Right.
To know what the total is gonna be, but it's gonna be more than the other. Maybe not more than a DMGC. I feel like DMGC had a lot, and with all the connectors and stuff and the ribbon cable,
Mm.
But we'll see. If this is, I think this is gonna be good. So I think this will be the last revision I make. I'll find out soon. There's just so much more to do still.
Getting there.
Yep, we're getting there.
I'm really happy that the TFT works.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it out more. Once I get a game, the next step is to put the cartridge connector in. So, um, yeah. So we'll see how it looks. I don't know if I'll do it on stream or off stream at this point, but we'll see. But I am going to head to bed. I am
All right.
quite tired.
Well, it was nice to talking with you about the board.
Yeah, it's nice talking. Thanks everyone on stream if there's still people watching. 9 people. Okay, hello 9 people. Good night 9 people.
Is Natalie around? No, I don't think so.
Oh, well, that's fine. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you later.
See ya. Goodbye everyone on stream.